Alright everybody, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a two-headed giant commander game featuring my Grimgrin Corpseborn deck. For the complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com. Look up my article series Conqueror and Commander, and you should see the deck list there. Hopefully I will also have a link in the video description as well that'll get you to the deck list. In this game, my teammate is going to be Zur the Enchanter. Zur is a very powerful commander. And just looking, we're going to look at his hand in a little bit, but he seems a little more defensive oriented, so it's good that he's on our side. Across from Zur is Rafiq of the Many, usually Bant aggro, can sometimes be good stuffy, so we'll see what Rafiq brings to the table. Rafiq can hit hard and hit fast, so got to watch out. And then his teammate is Karona, False God, who the heck knows what Karona's going to be. It's interesting. We'll end up figuring out that Karona is actually just a Simic deck using a 5-color commander. So I'm a little surprised at that, but we'll figure that out soon. Taking a look at our hands, I can play a turn 3 Phyrexian Arena, so that's a definite keep for me. There's my Phyrexian Arena. And my teammate has Forbid in hand along with Rhystic Study and Rule of Law, which can be problematic for opposing forces as well as us, or me, I guess. So Zur leads things off. He draws Swiftfoot Boots, which is always good for Zur players. I go ahead and play an island on my first turn. There's the Lightning Greaves. I play a Swamp. Armillary Sphere for Karona. Rafiq ends up having to discard something. It's Behemoth Sledge. Rhystic Study for Zur. I play Phyrexian Arena. Karona does nothing. Rafiq plays Kodama's Reach. Does not pay and allows Zur to draw a card. Okay. Zur did draw Bruna, which means that he does have some decent amount of offensive enchantments, I assume. Zur comes out, gets put some boots on, and attacks. He plays Telepathy. He searches up, okay. Which is an interesting play. Telepathy is a lot of fun, actually. So we can take a look at Rafiq's hand here. Rafiq has Oblation, Kismet, Stoic Angel, which can be problematic, Beast Within, and Condemn. And then this is my hand. Oh, Karona's hand is underneath right here. That's going to be frustrating. Holy cow. Okay, let's just do this. We'll put you here. I'll be over here. So Karona has Spin into Myth, Spell Twine, and Tooth and Nail. And that's it. So it's a straight up Simic deck. It's weird. Alright. So I go ahead and play Undead Warchief. Karona pops the Armillary Sphere to get some more lands. A couple more islands. And he draws into Hinder. Rafiq comes out. This is really difficult with all the hands out there. Zur ends up attacking and searching up Diplomatic Immunity, giving Zur Shroud. I draw some more cards. I draw into Vampiric Tutor. I play stuff. There's Undead Warchief, gets it for a little bit of damage. Then I play Zombie Master and Reassembling Skeleton. I'm hoping next turn I can play Grimgrin, even with Hinder and Spin into Myth out there. I remember what I was going to do. We'll see here. Quiet as Spike is on Rafiq. Rafiq plays Quiet as Spike. And do the double strike that Rafiq gets. We're going to get hit hard. And we go from 78 this turn to 16. 78 to 16. So Zur attacks and ends up grabbing Journey to Nowhere, which Rafiq goes back to the command zone. So that slows things down a little bit unless they have something with haste. Alright. Sorry guys, this is a mess, but I gotta let you know telepathy never goes away. So Zur plays Aura of Silence. Okay. I draw a couple cards. I play Diregraph Captain. I'm not drawing any lands, though, which is frustrating. So I'm going to go in and hit as hard as I can, knocking them from 74 to 64. Yes! And then I Swamp Cycle, getting Underground Sea. I play it. Pilgrim's Eye is there for Karona, but he wants to keep the Hinder mana up, so he doesn't play it. Rafiq plays Stoic Angel. Alright. Blind Obedience gets played for Zur, and then he attacks, and he searches up Vanishing. And Stoic Angel blocks it, but it's not enough to kill it. I Vampiric Tutor for mana drain. Well, why do I do this? Because I'm going to attack with both my guys, and I'm planning on playing Grimgrin. And I know what's going to happen. Well, I expect I know what's going to happen. They're going to spin into Myth it, or they're going to hinder it. I'm hoping that Karona is going to spin into Myth it. That way I can mana drain and get 5 extra mana, and then I can write a replication. I realize, and I know that the Spell Twine's out there so that he can still spin into Myth it afterwards, but I just want the mana so that I can write a replication on the Undead War Chief. There's the spin into Myth, which works out better for me. I go ahead and mana drain it. Fine. That means I'm going to get a bunch of mana for next turn. But he uses Spell Twine to Vampiric Tutor and spin into Myth my Grimgrin. Okay. Meanwhile, he doesn't have enough mana to play for the Rhystic Study, so the Zur player is drawing a bunch more cards. Now, what I want is for the Rafiq player to tap out or use Oblation or Beast Within on other stuff, so that when I try to write a replication, my Undead War Chief, I'll be able to do it without worry about having the War Chief get blowed up. I don't know what he Vampiric Tutors for, but we'll see it. He Oblations the Journey to Nowhere. That's fine. No, he didn't Oblation the Journey to Nowhere. What did he Oblation? Was it countered? Holy cow, okay. Oh, okay. So he Oblationed... Quietest Spike. That's really weird. Okay. There must have been some sort of glitch or something like that. I don't know. He Oblation the Quietest Spike, and then he Zur used his Aura of Silence to blow up the Quietest Spike. And then the Rafiq player tries to Beast Within Telepathy. But the telepathy's been really useful so far. So he's going to forbid it with buyback, discarding like a land and like Engineered Plague or something. There's the forbid. And he is able to extort a little bit. And then he plays Spirit Mantle, puts it on Stoic Angel. We're at 14. But we get hit hard. Okay, fine. We're at 10 now. He attacks with Rafiq and grabs Steel of the Godhead, which is going to make him unblockable and lifelink. So we'll gain a little bit of life. We'll go up to 13. Then he plays Greater Auramancy and extorts, so we go up to 15. Fine. So now I've got the mana from Mana Drain. I can only untap one creature, so I untap the Zombie Master because he's the biggest. And there's no way for them to stop me from doing this, so I'm going to cast Rite of Replication Kicked on the Undead War Chief, which makes the Zombie Master a 15/10, and the War Chiefs all 14/8s. And then I attack and knock them from 46 down to 31. Play Tectonic Edge. There's Cyclonic Rift. That's what he tutored for. Rafiq's going to come out. Cyclonic Rift isn't much of an issue when we've got Forbid. But we're going to get hit a little bit. That's fine. It's going to get exalted and double strikes. We're going to go from 14 down to 4. 9. 4. Yes. Alright. And the Zur player is already saying good game. So what he's got is Zur. He's going to attack. And he's going to grab Ethereal Armor, which gets +1/+1 and has first strike for each enchantment, which makes Zur a 12/15. For each enchantment that he has. Okay. And he's going to be able to kill this guy with commander damage, I think. He tries to cast the Cyclonic Rift, or the Karona player does, but Forbid is in the cards there. And we extort, and then Karona concedes. Oh, I guess he doesn't get knocked out, but like I've got a bunch of 14/8 guys and stuff like that, so Rafiq ends up quitting as well. So yeah, you know, I mean, I had the ability to make a bunch of big creatures, but really what won the game was the Forbid by the Zur player. We got knocked down pretty low pretty quick. The Quietest Spike really hurt, but we were able to basically almost all based on Zur. But, you know, I was able to help out a little bit here. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks.